Hello students, our today's topic in revision is electronic effects, which we are discussing in the broad heading of general organic chemistry. Now in electronic effects, before starting it's a revision. So you keep your notes ready so that whatever theoretical points I will say here, you quickly revise it after this lecture, or maybe you can pause this video, read that part of the theoretical, and then we can emphasize more on some examples. Okay, so starting with the electronic effects. There are two types of effects, one is permanent and other is temporary. In permanent effects, you all know inductive, mesomeric or resonance and hyperconjugation. These are the permanent electronic effects. Inductive effect involves only sigma bond electrons. Mesomeric or resonance involves only pi bond electrons. Hyperconjugation involves both sigma as well as pi bond electrons. In temporary effect, there is only one effect, which is electromeric effect, which involves only pi bond electrons. It is temporary because at the requirement of a reagent it takes place. If reagent is not there, this effect gets reversed. Now starting with the first one, that is inductive effect. Inductive effect, that means whenever there is a covalent bond formed between two atoms, and if there is some electronegativity difference, then sigma bond pair electrons will shift towards more electronegative atom. Shift means partial shifting, not delocalization of electrons is there, only partial electron cloud shifting takes place. Therefore, the atom which is more electronegative gets partial minus charge and other atom gets partial positive charge. So that charge induced in the carbon chain will polarize the carbon chain, and this effect is negligible after third atom. Okay, so with the example here, CO bond is there, so this group overall withdraws this sigma bond electrons towards itself, so it will be partial minus charge and carbon will get partial plus. Now we can show it by arrow. Now if this carbon is getting positive, that means it is electron deficient, therefore it will withdraw electrons from other carbon, and this is like this. So here the point is that it is permanent effect, distance dependent effect, and becomes negligible after third carbon atom. Then there is no delocalization of electrons, only partial shifting of electrons takes place in inductive effect. There are some groups which are having minus I effect, some groups are having plus I effect. Plus I means electron releasing effect, that means the electrons are released in the sigma bond electron density. Minus I means electron withdrawing, and which electrons are withdrawing? Sigma bond electrons are withdrawing. So plus I order is there. Quickly go through the plus I order, starting with C minus, N minus, O minus, or you can start with O minus. Then alkyl group, tertiary, secondary, primary, then comes deuterium, then hydrogen. And if we have to discuss about deuterium, tritium and hydrogen, then tritium is more electropositive than deuterium, deuterium is more electropositive than hydrogen. Then complete minus I order, lengthy order is there, you go through that order. Now first example, here you have to mark the arrows to show inductive effect, like you have done in your notes also. So these are the 4 questions, you can try, pause this video and then you can check your answer. I am marking the arrows. NO2 group is a minus I group, strong minus I group. It will withdraw the sigma bond electrons, and we can show arrows like this type of representation. Then second, CN group, again minus I. It will withdraw the sigma electron density. Out of the 2 bonds, one is sigma, one is pi. Only sigma bond electrons are shifting partially towards the minus I group. In third, methyl group, electron releasing, it will release electrons in the carbon chain. You can show arrows like this, and between this one towards oxygen, because CO group is minus I. Then next, O minus, strong plus I group, Cl minus I group. So from O minus towards ring, electron releasing towards ring. So these are the direction of arrows. Just journal example. It's not like you take controversial type of 5 groups and writing the arrows. Simply by to make this plus I minus I more understandable, we do such type of examples, because by that way we can also remember this is the minus I group, so it will withdraw the electron density, and it is plus I group, it will push the electron density towards carbon chain. Now the applications of inductive effect or other effects we will do combiningly. Then next is the very important effect, that is resonance effect. Now resonance effect, as you all know, that it is simply delocalization of pi electrons in parallel p orbitals. Okay, the orbitals must be parallel p orbitals, then only the delocalization takes place. We can use d orbitals also, but in organic we talk about mainly about carbon. So delocalization of pi electrons in parallel p orbitals. Now some features, like to write the or to explain the properties of a molecule, we write certain Lewis structures. These Lewis structures are known as resonating structures or canonical structures. Now these canonical structures are purely hypothetical, but they contribute to the actual structure, which is finally termed as resonance hybrid, right? So these canonical structures are purely hypothetical. Now hybrid structure has contribution of different resonating structures. Some are more stable resonating structures, some are less stable. The most stable or more stable resonating structures contribute more to the resonance hybrid. Fine. Then all the resonating structures are hypothetical, so we cannot separate or we cannot isolate them at any temperature. Then other point, like that the energy difference between the most stable resonating structure, the difference between most stable resonating structure and resonance hybrid is known as resonance energy. Energy difference between most stable resonating structure and resonance hybrid is termed as resonance energy. More is the resonance energy, more is the stability of that species. Fine. These are theoretical points. Quickly go through that points from your notes. Then next, what are the conditions for showing resonance? So what are the conditions? First, the atoms which are involved must be sp or sp2 hybridized, so that they have p orbitals available and that they can participate in resonance. So they contains, or atoms must be sp2 or sp hybridized. Second point, there must be a parallel p orbitals available. That means a conjugated system. It is a conjugated system. Now conjugate system, we have done several types: double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, triple bond, double bond, single bond, negative charge, double bond, single bond, lone pair, double bond, single bond, positive charge, negative charge, single bond, positive charge. These are some types of conjugated system. It's not like only these types are there, but yes, these are the ways that you can remember that, okay, that is the way we can try to delocalize the pi electrons. Sigma electrons are not participating in resonance. ठीक है ये. After the conditions, if you remember, we have done some points like how to write the resonating structures. When we write any resonating structure of a compound, we remember that sigma bond skeleton remains same and only pi electrons gets delocalized. Other point, we always remember that number of paired pi electrons and unpaired pi electrons remains same in any two resonating structures. If we are writing the resonating structures of a molecule, then in these both structures, number of paired and unpaired pi electrons remains same. Then octet rule should never be violated while writing the resonating structures for second period elements. Then another point is that the equivalent structures are highly stable and they contribute maximum to the resonance hybrid. Next is for the stability rules or rules of stability, to compare among the resonating structures, that which structure is more stable, which structure is less stable. Now in general rules I am telling that neutral structures are highly stable, then the resonating structures with more number of pi bonds are more stable. And then other point is that if we have charge structure, then positive charge should be on before charge. If we have a more number of pi bonds are there, more stable, then the structure which has octet of each atom completed is more stable as compared to other structure where octet of each atom is incomplete or octet of any of the atom is incomplete. So in short, when you have more number of pi bonds, automatically this structure will have octet of each atom completed. It is similar. So sometimes you can directly check where more pi bonds are there in the two resonating structures. I am not comparing with different resonating structures. I am comparing if they are giving two structures which are formed from the single molecule. That means we can use this point which has more number of pi bonds will be more stable. Then other point is, if there are two charge structures, then positive charge should be on less electronegative and negative charge should be on more electronegative, which is electronegativity rule. Now if octet rule is followed in one structure and in one structure En rule is followed, then octet rule dominates over the En rule. Fine. Then other points are there, like if the nature of bonding is same, then we can check that where more extended conjugation is present, it will be more stable. Then aromatic structure is more stable than non-aromatic, which is more stable than anti-aromatic, providing the nature of bonding is same. Fine. Then a linearly conjugated system is more stable than cross conjugated system, providing nature of bonding remains same. These points you have done in your notes. You can revise these examples, right? Now here I am explaining some examples. Like first example is about stability. Fine, you can write the answer, pause this video, you can try this question, or I am giving you idea. First one is about stability, second one is about bond length. A is the CCl bond length here, B is the bond length in second one. So second question is about where CCl bond length is more. Third is again stability, first, second and third structure. So first and third are about stability, which among them most stable, you can write the decreasing order. Second is about bond length. Fine, I am giving you idea about these three questions. You can try on your own and then you can listen to the answer. You can pause this video at this time. Now in this case we can use simple point that these two structures, here one pi bond, there is no pi bond, where more pi bond will be more stable. Or if you remember, I told you that octet rule, wherever we have more pi bonds, generally octet rule is followed. Here octet of each atom is completed, their octet of carbon is incomplete, therefore it is less stable as compared to this one. And here we will not check En rule. In second one, bond length of CCl is more in first one. Why? Because in CCl here there is no resonance and pure single bond character, but here in this case, second one, due to resonance there will be a partial double bond character and therefore A is greater than B. In third one, we have to compare the stability of the resonating structures. Now in these structures, if you check stability, if we compare first structure CH2 plus, now we compare between first and second, right? We always try to find some a point which is clearly we can use in the option, like some highly stable point or highly unstable point. Now I'll try to explain you. Here negative charge and adjacent which group? Minus M group. If you remember, withdrawing groups are stabilizing the carbon ion, one point. In that example you can see here minus M group and here plus charge, or both plus adjacent, which is among them least stable. Third one will be least stable. Fine. Why? Because you can find out that among them some distinguishing point you have to find, so that in the options you can eliminate that one. Plus plus adjacent highly unstable, or plus adjacent to minus M group highly unstable. Ultimately you should understand the reason for that maybe you can take similar charges as near as they are present highly unstable, or you can use other reason, which is minus M adjacent to plus group or adjacent to carbocation highly destabilizing it. Then here minus charge adjacent is what? NO2, which is stabilizing the minus charge. Now in that case it is in between these two, okay, because it is most stable. And here again charges are same, they all are resonating structures, because overall charge is +1 here, overall charge +1 here, overall charge +1 here. So among them least is 3, and between 1 and 2 you can take here minus charge, adjacent is minus M group, and that will be more stabilizing as compared to, but here one point we can also make between these two. Here minus charge is present on carbon, fine, plus charge is common. Plus charge is common, which is both electron deficient. N is plus common, only difference is minus charge on carbon and minus charge on oxygen. Now here we can use which point? Here we can use one point, that oxygen minus will be still better as compared to, why? Because octet of oxygen and carbon is completed. Carbon is deficient, only difference is En, negative charge should be on more electronegative atoms, so go for 2, 1, 3. Now in next example, here carboxylate ion, there is phenoxide ion. In carboxylate ion, if you remember, it has two equivalent resonating structures, whereas in phenoxide ion, it has more resonating structures but non-equivalent. Therefore, first, which is carboxylate ion, is more stable than phenoxide ion. Then there are some orders like plus M order, minus M order. If you remember, plus M means there is electron releasing group which is using the pi electron system or conjugated system, and if any group releases the electron density in a conjugated system, it is termed as plus M group. If any group withdraws the pi electron density in a conjugated system, it is termed as minus M group or a group of minus M effect. Now in the notes and module, complete list is there of plus M groups and minus M groups, just like plus I and minus I. Now if plus M and minus M order we consider, then this order can be used for other factors like stability of positive charge or negative charge. If positive charge is there, it will be stabilized by positive electronic effects. Positive charge, generally we use carbocation, positive charge stabilized by positive electronic effects like plus M, plus I and hyperconjugation. Hyperconjugation in our syllabus is electron releasing effect. Okay. Similarly, if negative charge is there, this negative charge will be stabilized by negative electronic effects like minus I, minus M, and reverse hyperconjugation, although we never use it, but minus I, minus M, and resonance delocalization. Then if we put these groups on the benzene ring, then we use this effect in the electrophilic aromatic substitution. Suppose plus M group, I am putting OH group on the benzene. OH is a strong plus M group, or it is a plus M group. It will increase the electron density on benzene ring at ortho and para positions, and we get more negative charge, we get more electron density or negative charge at ortho and para positions, right? Then if we put NO2 group on the benzene ring, then it will withdraw the electron density and makes the ortho and para positions more electron deficient. So this topic or this effect we again and again use in other topics as well, right? Then next is hyperconjugation. Now hyperconjugation involves both sigma as well as pi bond electrons. So here this carbon is sp3 and it contains hydrogen. At least one hydrogen has to be there with sp3 carbon, and this sp3 should be adjacent to double bond system or triple bond, that is alkyne system, or it is adjacent to carbocation, or it is adjacent to free radical. Then the CH bond participates in pi bond formation, or this sigma bond of CH overlaps with the adjacent pi orbitals. It is a strained overlapping. Therefore, this is less effective as compared to resonance effect. Hyperconjugation is less effective as compared to resonance effect. This effect is also known as Baker-Nathan effect or no bond resonance. Okay. Then we can explain certain things like stability of double bonds or triple bond, stability of carbocation, stability of free radical, but we never talk about hyperconjugation in carbon ions, or it is not effective in carbon ions. Either we talk about stability of alkene alkyne or stability of carbocation or stability of free radical, but we will not talk about carbon ion stability by using hyperconjugation, which is in our syllabus is electron releasing. So we can explain stability of double bond, triple bond, carbocation free radical. More are the hyperconjugable hydrogens, more will be the stability of given species. We can compare bond length of carbon-carbon double bond as well as carbon-carbon triple bond. More are the number of alpha hydrogens, more is the carbon-carbon double bond length. The bond length increases. How? You can write the structure and then check what I am saying, because I am explaining, I am giving you a quick revision. You can try in your notes or you can go through your notes by writing that particular example. The double bond length increases. Why? Because double bond will shift here and carbon gets minus charge. So ultimately, I hope you remember the reason for that. I am just going through the quick points. Then we can also compare heat of hydrogenation of the compounds. Generally in alkene and alkyne we can use, most commonly in alkene, that more is the number of pi bonds, more will be the heat of hydrogenation if pi bonds are not same. Then if the molecule is more stable, its heat of hydrogenation will be less, and if there is only hyperconjugation, then we can use delta H hydrogenation is inversely proportional to number of alpha hydrogens present. But remember one thing, there may be other electronic effects, so we can generally use delta H hydrogenation is inversely proportional to stability of molecule. More stability of the molecule, lesser heat will be released. Fine. Now there are certain experimental results or certain examples which require some experimental information, so we should remember such type of examples. Now starting with first one, I am giving you brief idea about these examples. You have to find in first, second and third stability comparison. So you can pause this video and you can write down the order. In fourth example, stability as well as heat of hydrogenation. In fifth example, stability you can find. Okay, try these examples and then check your answer. You can pause this video right now. Now in first one, CH2 plus CH2 plus, there are 3 deuterium, there are 3 hydrogens. Now the CH bond is weaker as compared to CD bond, therefore it will participate faster in hyperconjugation. So here first one will be more stabilized carbocation as compared to second one. The reason is that CH bond is weaker as compared to CD bond, although the deuterium has more inductive effect, but we remember here the point that hyperconjugation here is more for CH3. Then in next example, here CH3, here isopropyl, here tertiary butyl. Now in this case, this plus charge will be stabilized by the groups. If we go by plus I, it is maximum plus I, it is least plus I, but hyperconjugation is maximum there. Why? Because there are 3 alpha hydrogens. There are 2, there are 3 alpha hydrogens, there is only 1 alpha hydrogen, there is only 0, no alpha hydrogen. So by hyperconjugation, the order is this one. It's not like that we consider only hyperconjugation, inductive is also there, but the dominating factor here is hyperconjugation, and correct order is 1, 2, 3. Then in third one, stability order, firstly count alpha hydrogens are 4, these are 2 plus 2, here alpha hydrogens are 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 7, and here 4, which is more stable. Right one is more stable. Fourth example, slight information is required. If I write there the order of stability in fourth one, then the stability order for fourth is third maximum, then second, then first. Okay, because here it is resonance is not resonance, here aromaticity, then there resonance is there, conjugated system, there is non-conjugated, it is isolated diene, it is cumulated diene, and it is different, this is aromatic. So order is 3 to 1 stability. In heat of hydrogenation, remember one thing, generally we say more pi bonds, more heat of hydrogenation, but for benzene there is factor which is aromaticity, and due to aromaticity it is highly stabilized. Then we have to use some experimental information that benzene, due to its high stability, it has less heat of hydrogenation as compared to dienes. So in this case benzene is lesser because of the experimental information I am saying. Reason we can explain aromaticity, that benzene among them is least, although it has 3 pi bonds. Now between them same pi bonds we can use that second is more stable than first, and which is less stable will have more heat of hydrogenation, right? In next example, stability. Now here both contains equal number of alpha hydrogen, 6 there, 6 there. So how we can compare? Now here we can use one point, that is writing the structure. If you write the hyperconjugating structure, this is the hyperconjugating structure of first and second one. Now firstly we have 6 equal alpha hydrogens. Now when you write the structure you will get this type of intermediate. There CH2 minus primary carbon ion, it is secondary carbon ion. Now tell me that between them which carbon ion is more stable? Primary is more stable than secondary, therefore in fifth first one is more stable than second one. So here you have to write the structure and then check the stability. Now next is electromagnetic effect, which works in the presence of double bond or triple bond. That's why we can say in the presence of pi bonds. It is a temporary effect. That means at the demand of the attacking reagent it occurs, or it is there. When reagent is removed it gets reversed. So very less use of anywhere of electronic effect, but we should know that in a temporary effect electromagnetic effect is an example. Now here this is C double bond O. Now in this first one, that pi electrons at the demand of or the attacking reagent H plus, they are shifting towards oxygen, and on this oxygen the attacking reagent is forming bond. It is considered to be a plus E effect. Wherever electrons are shifting on the same atom attacking reagent is attacking, it is plus E effect. Whereas in second one, same O minus, carbon becomes deficient and nucleophile will attack on the carbon. So here this is considered to be a minus E effect, right? So here attacking reagent is attacking on the opposite atom where electrons are shifted. Electrons shifted on oxygen and attacking reagent attacking on carbon. Now next question it is, you can listen to that question, pause this video and try that one. You have to compare the bond energy or bond dissociation energy of CH bond in these three molecules, decreasing order of the CH bond energy among them, decreasing order or increasing order. So try that question. Now for such type of questions where bond energy is asked or bond bond energy term is involved, bond dissociation energy or bond energy, then we always use one point, which is when the bond is cleaved, because bond energy means radicals are formed. Bond is cleaved, radicals are formed, and bond dissociation energy is inversely proportional to stability of the intermediate. If intermediate is highly stable formed, the bond energy will be less. So here when bond is cleaved, radical is formed. So I am making this type of radical. I hope you have tried that question. In notes also it is written with the theoretical point, bond energy inversely proportional to stability of the intermediate formed. Now use that point. Among them, this is radical not stabilized by resonance, this is stabilized by resonance by this double bond, not by this one. It is stabilized by from this double bond till radicals. So among them the most stable radical is third, then is second, and least stable is first one. Therefore the bond energy which is least stable will be maximum in bond energy. Which bond? CH bond, which is marked in the original question. Then next question is bond length comparison of CO. You have to write the order of bond length comparison between carbon and oxygen, CO, CO, CO. Pause this video, try that example. I am telling you the answer. Now in this case, the C double bond O. Now due to resonance, the double bond is converting to single bond. Here also, due to resonance, double bond is converting towards single bond character. So when double bond is moving towards single bond character, it means that bond length should increase, right? Whereas in third one there is no resonance. So which is among them the least bond length? Third one will be least one, right? Between 1 and 2, where more resonance is there? Because here due to resonance, what is happening? The double bond is cleaving, and due to more resonance, the CO bond will be more towards single bond character. So among them, the longest bond length is of second, then first, last will be third. It is CO bond length, and due to resonance in this particular example, due to resonance the bond is cleaving and moving towards single bond character. More resonance in second as compared to first one. Then next question is about heat of hydrogenation comparison. So these are the four molecules given, compound given. You can write their delta H hydrogenation order. Now how will try that one? Simply, in all these cases, all these molecules, there is no resonance. So which point we can use? Only hyperconjugation, right? Now using hyperconjugation, here alpha hydrogen is 1, there alpha hydrogens 4, there alpha hydrogens 6 plus 4 10, there alpha hydrogens 7. Now they all contain same number of pi bonds. How we will compare? This will be inversely proportional to stability, and among them which is least stable? First one. The maximum heat for first one, then second one, then fourth, then third. Least heat will be released for third, maximum for first one, which is most stable, will have less heat of hydrogenation. The next example is bond length comparison of carbon-carbon double bond in these molecules, right? So you can try this example. Pause this video, try using concepts which we have done till now in electronic effects. Now in this case, we have to compare bond length. If you remember, in hyperconjugation we have done more is the number of alpha hydrogens, more will be the CC double bond length or carbon-carbon triple bond length. But here one more concept is also involved, which is resonance. So combining effects of these two will be useful for finding the answer. So here in the first one, hyperconjugation, how many? 4 alpha hydrogens and conjugate system. In second one, hyperconjugation, 10 conjugation. Third is aromatic, fourth only hyperconjugation. So among them, due to aromaticity, it has maximum delocalization of double bonds. Double bonds are maximum in resonance or maximum in the conjugations. So bond length should be maximum for third one. Now between 1 and 2, both have one thing common, which is conjugation, same conjugation. So other factor will be which has more number of alpha hydrogens will have more carbon-carbon double bond length. So 2 will be more because of more alpha hydrogens there with same conjugation. Then first, last will be fourth, where there is no conjugation, only hyperconjugation effect. Okay, thank you. Now our next topic in revision is acidic strength. Now in acidic strength there are some factors. Acidic strength generally is asked in terms of Ka or pKa values. Higher is the Ka value, more is the acidic strength of the given compound. more is the pK value, lesser will be the acidic strength. So some factors like along the period trend in your notes, if I know that you are keeping your notes ready with that, along the period trend left to right along the period, En increases and that's why acidic strength also increases. Along the group trend, top to bottom, size of the atom or size of the ion increases, stability of conjugate base increases, hence acidic strength also increases. Then hybridization, this point will be used if we have sp3 carbon, sp2 and sp. Due to more S character, it is more electronegative, and sp carbon is more acidic as compared to sp2, which is more as compared to sp3. This point can also be used for comparison between sp carbon and sp3 nitrogen. These are examples already done in your notes. Then next is hydrogen bonding. If H bonding exists in the conjugate base, H bonding exists in the conjugate base, then acidic strength increases, and if intra-H bonding is existing in an acid, acidic strength decreases. So it all depends. Intra-H bonding is present where? If it is present in acid, acidic strength decreases. If intra-H bonding is present in conjugate base, then acidic strength increases. Another point is electronic effect. Now electronic effects, more are the withdrawing effects, more will be the acidic strength of the given molecule, right? Now starting with the first example, here the only point relevant for you is theoretical points you have gone through several times from your notes, from your module, only by using these points in the example. So already lot of examples in your notes, revise them. Here we are doing few examples for the quick revision of acidic strength. Like first one, in this case you can see the groups are SH, OH and OH. Now oxygen, OH, SH, we can use top to bottom trend that SH should be more acidic as compared to OH. Or you can try first 5 examples, pause this video, try these examples, then I'll explain here, check your answers also. So I am explaining first one. So if I mark it as 1, this as 2 and this as 3. Now here if we have to talk about the acidic strength, SH will be maximum, top to bottom trend. Now between second and 3, second is tertiary alcohol and it is secondary alcohol, and we know more are the electron releasing effects, lesser will be the acidic strength. So therefore it is 3 more than 2. Next question number 2. Here comparison is carbon is releasing hydrogen, then NH3 is there and releasing H, then H2. Among them we can use which point? Among them H2 no doubt, maximum acidic strength. Why? Left to right if we move, acidic strength increases, but here it is sp carbon, it is sp3 nitrogen, and this point if you remember that sp carbon is more acidic than sp3 nitrogen. So here the order should be 3, that is this one, then 1, then 2. Here, so H2O is normally along the period trend, but between 1 and 2 we have to compare using sp carbon more acidic as compared to sp3 nitrogen. Then in next example, CH3 CH2F CH3 CH2OH. Now in this case, do not get confused that there is F present. Here we have to see if donation sites are different, then we use this point of left to right along the period. Here fluorine is not donating H plus, carbon is donating H plus, here oxygen is donating H plus. Now one example where OH, one example where carbon is releasing H plus. So which is more acidic? Which is more acidic? It will be alcohol will be more acidic, because here the donation site is carbon which is giving H plus, not the fluorine. If we compare HF with H2O, then we can say HF is more acidic than H2. Why? Because in that case fluorine FH bond or HF bond is there, H plus release, and water OH bond cleave and forms OH minus. So conjugate base comparison will be F minus with OH minus. F minus is more stable and hence corresponding acid will be stronger. But in this case F has no hydrogen, so we can compare it by using carbon with oxygen. Then in next example, this is important example. Why? Because it is clearly from NCERT carboxylic acid topic, that among them formic acid, this is bromoacetic acid, chloroacetic acid, they are substituted acids, and their withdrawing effects are also important. Withdrawing effects, so the order is this one. This is, you can check from the NCERT carboxylic acids, there is complete order given along the carboxylic acids, so I am using that data from NCERT. Next is phenol, carbonic acid, carboxylic acid. Now, it is very important question that carbonic acid is stronger as compared to phenol. Carbonic acid is stronger than phenol. Why? Because when H plus is released, this negative charge is in conjugation with C double bond O. Negative charge on oxygen, negative charge on oxygen in the structures. And from pK value also we know that this is having less pK value than phenol. Reason we can explain by using the resonating concept here. In phenol, after the loss of H plus, we have phenoxide ion formed, and this phenoxide ion, when undergoes resonance, carbon will get minus charge. So that is the reason for carbonic acid stronger than phenol. And then if we compare with carboxylic acid, then carboxylic acid are stronger than carbonic acid as well as phenol, because they have equivalent resonating structures formed. So remember, carboxylic acid more than alcohol or phenol. And if carbonic acid is given, then carbonic acid is stronger than phenol or alcohol, and carbonic acid will be weaker as compared to carboxylic acid. The next question is about alcohol, where all are alcohols. Now, one is primary, secondary, tertiary. With tertiary, more electron releasing effect, less acidic strength. With secondary, then with primary, least plus I effect, so this is most acidic. If the question is maximum pKa will be for first one, least pKa will be for first one. Then in next question, it is of phenol. Now in this case, we can use directly which factor? Electronic effects. In this case, electronic effect, CH3 is a which group? It is a plus I group, and hyperconjugation, electron releasing, NO2 minus M minus I. Here NO2 minus M minus I. Now here important point is, among them, third and fourth will be most acidic as compared to first and two. Now between 3 and 4, the point is that due to intra-H bonding in fourth, that orthonitrophenol is slightly less acidic as compared to paranitrophenol. Why? Because of there is intra-H bonding in acid, although it has strong withdrawing effect. Minus M is also there, minus I is also closer as compared to para. But the reason is due to intra-H bonding here, the H becomes slightly less acidic as compared to para. So para will be maximum 3, then comes fourth, then between these two, here electron releasing effects plus I and hyperconjugation, there is no electron releasing effect, so first is better as compared to second. Clear? Then next is ortho effect in aromatic carboxylic acids. Now ortho effect generally is due to SIR, but other reasons are H bonding is also possible or chelation is also possible. And due to ortho effect in aromatic carboxylic acid, that is benzoic acid, ortho substitute benzoic acid, the acidic strength increases. That means ortho substituted benzoic acid is generally more acidic than its meta and para isomers, right? The reason is either due to SIR, which is the most common reason. Other reasons are either H bonding factor, intra-H bonding, or chelation. Now what happens when carboxylic acid group is there with benzene? Then after the loss of H plus, O minus is formed. This O minus undergoes resonance stabilization. That means conjugate base is resonance stabilized. But when a group is there, bulky group, like alkyl group, nitro, cyanide, some bulky groups are there. Cyanide nahi, you can take nitro groups or BrCl. We consider that point also, that due to bulky nature of the groups, they both repel each other. and goes out of the plane. Carboxylic group goes out of the plane with respect to ring. After loss of H plus, conjugate base is formed. When this conjugate base is formed, resonance stabilization takes place, and that internal resonance minimizes. Why? Because this group goes out of the plane, and when it minimizes, then this cross conjugation is not there or inhibits, so that is more in conjugation, and stability of conjugate base increases, and the stability of conjugate base increases, acidic strength ultimately increases. So reasons rarely possible will be asked, but examples are directly used, so your more focus should be on correct identification, that if ortho effect is given in carboxylic acid, not in phenols, in carboxylic acid for bulky groups it is, then generally ortho substituted benzoic acids are stronger as compared to other meta and para isomeric acids. Clear? Now next are some examples on the ortho effect. Like first one is an important example in which we have ortho substituted groups which are OCH3 and OH. Now these are why important examples, because by logic you may get the opposite answer, but the important point is that from the pK values it is confirmed that which is more acidic. Then we can explain that which factor is dominating. Now in the first one, it is after losing H plus, this conjugate base is highly stabilized due to intra-H bonding factor, so its pK value is less given as compared to second one. Although both are ortho substituted, and if we consider electronic effect, then OCH3 minus I is slightly more than OH. But the reason here is not that one. Why? Because whatever is the logic, it should be the reason for the experimental value. So here if minus I dominates, then its pK value should be less, but in actual pK value is less for this one, and clearly the reason is the intra-H bonding, that is ortho effect. Reason here is intra-H bonding, which is highly stabilizing the conjugate base. Next example is of halogens at ortho position. Now by electronic effect if we try to answer, then first one should be maximum because it has maximum minus I effect, but in actual the size effect is considered, and this is again important example. Why? Because experimentally we know that the ortho-iodobenzoic acid is more as compared to others. The size effect, it means, is dominating, and more ortho effect is present in case of ortho-iodobenzoic acid. Then in next example you have to compare among these four molecules. Now where maximum ortho effect, in this case we have maximum ortho effect. Then second one, ortho effect is there one side, then OH minus I at meta position and OH at para, it is plus M effect. The order will be due to ortho maximum first one, ortho is there in second, it is also more as compared to third and fourth. Then between these two, withdrawing effect of OH which is at meta position, so that is the pKa order, sorry, that is the Ka order. If the question is pKa order, this will be reversed. Then next question, it is clearly from your notes, which is benzoic acid, ortho nitro, para nitro and meta nitro benzoic acid. Ortho nitro, just like this one, here we put NO2, this will be most acidic among them, the reason is ortho effect. Second, then para where minus M effect is still there, third, then meta where minus I effect of NO2, last is benzoic acid. Then in next question, this molecule, these compounds are given, and you have to write a pKb order. If the question is K order, you can find out. If the question is pKb order, then simply do what? Simply write down the Ka order. This will be your pKb order also. Now here in this case, the most acidic will be which one? Both ortho, here one side ortho. So where more steric hindrance or more SIR effect, ortho effect, here. That means second will be maximum. It is pKb, that's why I am saying, remember, if pKb is asked for acid, then use directly proportional to K. Whatever answer is for K, it will also be for pKb. Then next, first one which is still ortho, both side ortho, and last will be third one, which is only one side ortho effect. Then next one is alcohol. We can take here CH3 or we can take C2H5. Then ROH2 plus and ROR. Now in this case, the most acidic is this one. Why? Because their oxygen is plus, it will quickly release H plus. So second is maximum. Then first one, alcohol, still it is alcohol. Last one will be ether, where there is no hydrogen with oxygen. That is the acidic strength order in sixth. Then in seventh, when H plus is lost, it forms CCl3 minus, right? Second one will form CF3 minus, and third one after loss it forms CH3 CH2 minus. Clearly third will be least stable conjugate base. Now between them 3F, very strong minus I effect, 3 fluorine, Cl minus I effect, but in the first case the negative charge will undergo delocalization in the vacant orbitals, vacant d orbitals of Cl. Therefore, due to back bonding, this negative charge or conjugate base is highly stabilized, and if it is highly stabilized, therefore its corresponding acid will be strongest. In second case, there will be no back bonding, only stabilization through electron withdrawing effect, that is minus I effect, and in that case it is least stable, no stabilizing factor. The next example, carboxylic acids. Which point we can use? sp3 carbon, sp2, sorry, here it should be carboxylic acid group, and this is sp. Now using hybridization, third will be maximum, then second, then first. It is Ka order. Okay. Now next is basic strength. So we are talking about the some factors which affect basic strength. These points are there in your notes and modules. So I am simply telling these things, and more emphasis is on the examples we are covering here, right? So factors like along the period trend, if you remember, as we grow from left to right along the period, basic strength decreases. Top to bottom along the group, it decreases. Electronic effects may, it will be more are the electron withdrawing effects, lesser will be the basic strength. More are the electron releasing effects, more will be the basic strength. Then generally we represent basic strength by Kb or pKb. More is the value of Kb, more is the basic strength. More is the value of pKb, lesser will be the basic strength of the given compound. Then some points like aliphatic amines, particular cases if you remember, like without aqueous medium like gaseous phase or non-polar solvent, tertiary, secondary, primary. Only reason is the inductive effect. But in aqueous medium we have to consider multiple factors like inductive, solvation and steric factors, and their cumulative factor or resultant will come, which is in favor of secondary. Then primary, tertiary for methyl, and tertiary, primary for ethyl. 2, 1, 3, 0 for methyl amines, or where alkyl group is methyl, and 2, 3, 1, 0 for ethyl. That is purely NCERT theoretical point. Then in NCERT one very important table is given. So one question is framed from that table also, you can check that one. Then aromatic amines, generally that aliphatic amines are more basic as compared to aromatic amines. Why? Because in aromatic amines, nitrogen lone pairs, they are in conjugation or they are in resonance delocalization, so basic strength decreases. Then in your notes you have done some examples of general trend, that guanidine is very strong base, nitrogenous base, amidine is there, then aliphatic amines, then aromatic amines. After aromatic amines we take acid amide group, where C double bond O is directly attached to NH2 group, and C double bond O is a minus M group. So these are some theoretical points. On that basis we are trying these few examples. Like in first one, it is along the period trend, that C minus, N minus, O minus, which is most basic. Along the period trend, C minus more donation tendency as compared to N minus, then OH minus. Or you can do what? You can try these examples, try it up to 5th or 6th, then check answers. You can pause this video, try 6 examples. All these questions till 6th and 7th, they are only simply KB order or PKB order, depending on the question. Or one more term can be used, that decreasing order of protonation. If the question is given that which will be protonated fast, that means which is most basic, will donate electrons fastest and will be protonated first. So the terms can be little bit twists are there, but if your concepts are clear, you will not face any problem. So starting with the second one now. You can pause this video if you want. You can try these questions till 7th, then check your answers. I'm continuing with the answers here. Then second one, here only comparison is that it is sp carbon, it is sp2, it is sp3. sp carbon most electronegative, donation tendency least. More are the withdrawing effects, less will be the donation tendency. Then third example, NH3 and PH3 top to bottom. If we go, it decreases, so which is better? NH3 is better as compared to PH3 along the group trend. Then comes question number 4th. In question number 4th, it is hydrazine, it is hydroxylamine. In notes, you can check that example with ammonia also. So here we can only use that one NH2 group, here one OH group, only minus I factor we can consider, which has more minus I OH. That's why which is more basic, hydrazine will be more basic. Then question number 5th, first one is guanidine, second one is amidine. Guanidine is more basic than amidine. Reason, if you remember, here are more electron releasing groups present, that is 2 NH2 groups, and that is this lone pair is localized. Then one more thing I want to tell here, that in 5th example one more part is there, which is amidine, which is more than aliphatic amine. Now if you remember, in aromatic amines we have done particular example of pyridine, aniline and pyrrole. Revise that example, that pyridine is more basic as compared to aniline, which is more basic than pyrrole. Reason is given there. One is having localized lone pair, pyridine, then aniline delocalized, in resonance it is, and pyrrole, it is a part of aromaticity. Then question number 6th, in this case first, second, they are sp3 nitrogen, third one is pyridine, sp2. Now in between 1 and 2 we can say that here oxygen is present, which is minus I group, therefore minus I effect will decrease its basic strength. Therefore first one, which is secondary and plus I effects, secondary with slight minus I effect of oxygen, and third one is aromatic, which is having sp2 nitrogen, so sp3 is more basic. That's why first and second better as compared to third one. Then 7th example, again basic strength. Now O minus, C minus, N minus, CH3 minus. We know that along the period trend we use, depending on some information also, like between these two, sp carbon is more electronegative as compared to sp3 nitrogen. So between them this is more electronegative, it will donate lesser. Hence between these two, NH2 minus will be more basic than triple bond carbon, right? CH3 minus normal trend, sp3 carbon most basic among them, the order will be, and last will be O minus, and that O minus is also in resonance stabilization, so it will be least basic even by along the period trend. Only information important is that between these two, NH2 minus is more basic than triple bond carbon. Then next is, now next example 8th. Here we have 6 molecules, 6 compounds. Now this example is framed from the NCERT amines topic with the pKb table given. So that at least you can go through that table. I have also written the pKb values. You can try this example purely from the NCERT table, because we are comparing here very close values also. Like you can see here, first one and 5th one, it is very less difference. So this question is purely from the NCERT pKb values given in amines topic. Now first one is secondary amine, which is N-methyl methanamine, right? Second one is N-ethyl ethanamine, right? Third one tertiary amine, fourth one tertiary amine, third one is from ethyl, fourth one is from methyl. Then ethanamine, and last one we have taken is, they all are aliphatic amines. Understand? They all are aliphatic amines. Now you can see among them the fastest protonation will be of second one. Fastest protonation will be of second one. Why? we can explain it that here in this case among them it is secondary with more plus I effect. That's why it is secondary, because of we use the aqueous solution case, a secondary are maximum. Then among them secondary we can take here more inductive effect, more basic strength. Then comes which one? Then next value is of 3.25, 3.27. That means here third is more basic, which is tertiary amine, and it is from ethylamine. So do not get confused tertiary and secondary. When we compare tertiary secondary, we always take same alkyl group. That is why we are using NCERT data here, because we are comparing tertiary, which is here ethyl, and here it is secondary but it is methyl. So by value only we can compare that this is slightly less pKb value, it is more basic as compared to N-methyl ethane amine. Then next is, yes, after 2, 3, 1, then next value will be for ethanamine, which is primary amine, which is 3.29, that is fifth. Then this is 4.22, which is tertiary amine, N and dimethyl methane amine, which is fourth, and last will be for benzyl amine or phenyl methane amine, which is 4.7. So I have taken only few molecules from that part. So you can also go through that table for more type of examples. You can frame from that table, right? Then next is ninth example. In ninth example, both are, we have to compare basic strength. Now in this case, NH lone pair adjacent to C double bond O group. Okay, that means minus M group on the right side, and left side it is resonance delocalization. These lone pairs are more in delocalization, whereas here these lone pairs are only in conjugation with amide group C double bond O. So between these two, which is more basic? Second one has more Kb value, or second one has less pKb value. 10th is secondary amine degree same, but one is cyclic, one is acyclic. Now if you remember one example from your notes, when degree are same, then cyclic are more basic than acyclic amines, right? Then next is 12th example, then 13th, sorry, 11th, and then 12th. Then in next example we have to compare basic strength. So I am marking there 1, 2 and 3. You can try that example, pause the video and you can check your answer. I am explaining. This nitrogen lone pair are not in conjugation, whereas other both are in resonance. This is with minus M group, this is in resonance. Which is more withdrawing? Minus M group, so 2 will be least, and then so 3, 1, 2 is the order. Third is because it is not in resonance delocalization, localized lone pair. First one because it is resonance delocalization, and second because it is amide, which is minus M group, even more delocalizing. That one, 3, 1, 2 is the order. The last example, in this case aromatic amine, all are aliphatic amines. That means first one will be least. Then secondary amine, tertiary amine and primary. Now we know in aqueous medium, take the case of aqueous medium will be that second will be maximum, right? Between first and 3. In case of methyl, primary is more as compared to tertiary. So order will be secondary amine, which is number 3 here, secondary amine, then primary, then tertiary, and then aniline. Okay.